Today's video is sponsored by Opera GX, which is the world's first gaming browser, and I've got to say, guys, it actually is phenomenal. It comes with GX control, which allows you to limit the browser's usage of your CPU and or your RAM, so if you have it open while you're gaming, you can actually hard throttle manually how much this browser actually takes up usage on your PC. It also comes with GX Corner, which keeps up to date with all the crazy deals coming out in gaming, in which they update manually so you can find almost anything that you want in the gaming industry. Like I said, guys, this is kind of the total package for gamers, and I'm not done yet. It comes with a Twitch integration, a Discord integration, Instagram integration, you name it, guys. I've even got it for Twitter. I'm actually going to start using this myself because it's pretty awesome. You can find, we can even go watch J3 feed right now. I'm not going to pull up his stream, but for example, if you wanted to see a feed or streamer, you know, it's all built in. And for all you Razer product users out there, you actually can sync this up with Razer Coma to customize everything with your Razer products as well. So it's, like I said, it really is the whole package, and this is easily the best web browser I've ever used personally. So there's a link down in the description to go check them out. Make sure you guys go do that. I'm going to be using this browser a lot more. It's going to be super easy to navigate everything that I need, and having all my socials as a streamer is going to be pretty important. So thank you guys so much. Let's get right into the video here, and make sure you check out Opera GX down in the description, and thank you guys so much for sponsoring the video. What up, guys? It's Sam here with the 2021 Hero Tier List coming right at you. So we're just going to get right into the action here. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I can't speak, but I'd appreciate having you guys around. So, Soldier 76, how does he rank in the meta going into 2021? I would say that Soldier's honestly pretty good. He plays pretty independently, and he does a lot of damage. Like, we've definitely shifted towards more of a poke-based meta, so I want to put Soldier in A. I don't think he's quite S tier just because he's a very bare-bones character, but he does a lot, and if you play him properly, you learn how to play angles and stuff, especially in a poke meta. A self-sustaining long-range hero with a good mag size, 6-second helix cooldown. Very, very good. I would say Soldier's in a great place right now, so I'm going to put him in A tier. Up next, we have Arisa, and again, in a poke meta, double shield can always be very, very strong because of their high sustainabilities, their ability to shoot while shielding. So Arisa is also going to be an A tier. I wouldn't quite say that she's an S tier character right now, but she's definitely very, very good. So as a tank player, Arisa, I'm not saying force double shield. I honestly don't like double shield at all. I don't think anybody likes double shield, but here we are in another poke meta. But don't worry, guys, Blizzard gave Reinhardt 10 more damage. It's going to help a lot. So Arisa, very strong ultimate, the second strongest ultimate in the game with a 90%, or it has like a 70% fight win rate or something like that. It's really, really strong. So Arisa, A tier character for sure. Zarya, honestly, like, at high level play, she's very hard to force, so I'm going to put her in C just because if ranged hit scan are good and there's no Lucio in the meta, heroes like Zarya that lack range and lack self-sustain just aren't as good. I think if Lucio becomes strong, she immediately will shoot way up, but right now, I don't see the reason to play her over the other tanks unless you just want to force her and have fun, but by all means, you can still play Zarya and lower SR. This is more directed towards, like, you know, my high-level play and stuff like that, where, like, you get punished really hard by especially good hit scan players, so I gotta put Zarya in C. She's my favorite tank in the game, so it really hurts to do that, but I just don't think she's very good right now. All right, Torbjorn. I'm going to put Torbjorn in A. Honestly, maybe B. I think I'm going to put him in high B right now. He's very close to A, though. He's very close to A. These are not done in specific order as well, but I think Torbjorn is very strong. Again, a poke-based meta. He has his turret. Molten Core is very, very strong, and he's pretty decent at poking. I think he's one of the best projectile heroes in the game right now, so I definitely think Torbjorn is worth playing, and if you guys want to pick him up and learn him this year, he definitely would not be a bad hero to play. He's actually pretty fun to learn, so if you haven't learned him yet, I'd recommend learning where to place your turrets, build that Molten Core really quickly, and make sure to put that all over the point so that teams can't touch. So Torbjorn's in a good spot. All you Tor mains rejoice going into 2021. Sigma, S. I'm actually kind of blown away as to how good Sigma is. I think he's another do-it-all character that Blizzard keeps implementing. They keep putting heroes in that do everything in the game, which honestly has become very problematic. He has poke, high sustain, stun, really strong ultimate. If you're a tank player, I would say Sigma's #1 on the list to learn because he can kind of fit in with any composition. So definitely all you Sigma players out there, all you tank players, especially you main tank players, it's time to learn Sigma. Definitely a hero that will be very useful in your arsenal going into 2021. So must pick, I would say a must learn is definitely Sigma. Reaper. Now, Reaper's kind of weird. I honestly think, especially in low ranks, I think Reaper's always been very, very good because he can capitalize on like a lower reaction time or a higher reaction time coming out from a lot of lower ranked players. He's very good at punishing. At high level play, you don't see him too much, but when he's played, he actually can be pretty good. So I'm going to put a Reaper in the middle of the pack, and if Rush comes back, Reaper will be very, very strong. So he's on the cusp of being very good. If you want to play Reaper, by all means in 2021, you can go for it. I think it would not be a bad decision. So, you know, he's kind of in the middle of the pack, but if Lucio comes back, watch out. Reaper will be ripping some games apart. Baptiste, I'm putting him in S, guys. If a poke meta is around, Baptiste is a great character to play. Again, Immortality Field is busted. We're talking about a hero that literally has 2 ultimates on his kit, and one of them is on a 25-second cooldown. He does it all. Damage, AoE healing, high mobility, self-sustain with his self-heal. Overall, just, I think one of the best supports in the game. Gonna put him in S tier. If you're a support player and you have not learned Baptiste on this patch, you need to. He is gonna be very, very good in the early part of 2021, but we'll see what Blizzard changes about his kit going forward. Either way, great character, fun to play. Would definitely recommend learning him. Just not fun to play against, unfortunately. Mccree, I'm gonna put Mccree in A tier, especially after his recent buff. We all know hit scans are very, very good in the game right now. Very consistent damage. Very simple character to learn too. It's pretty much point and shoot. You learn how to stun and play your life and shoot from range. I would say Mccree, if you have not learned him yet, or you are a Mccree main, you can definitely play him without feeling like you're useless. So I definitely would recommend playing Mccree. If you're a hit scan player, you know, again, the one drop off for Mccree compared to Soldier is that he doesn't have the self-sustain that Soldier has, but since he has a health buff and he's burst damage, he actually can be really, really strong in these situations where there's a lot of close quarters where you got to play with your support. So would definitely say Mccree's a strong character right now. Gonna put him in A tier, and we'll see how he does the rest of the year. Okay, unfortunately, folks, Ana is going to be a C tier character. I'm very surprised that Blizzard chose to nerf her back in October because, you know, how is Ana supposed to compete with the other supports in the category? They're just upgraded versions of her, right? Like, Bap can do damage and heal at the same time. He has more mobility. He can self-heal, and he can use his utility, while Ana can't, right? Ana can't nade herself and anti-heal the other team, but he can self-heal, but Immortality Field his team while doing damage. She's just an inferior version of Baptiste, Brig, and all the new supports that have come out. There's not much purpose in playing Ana at the higher level plays, but you definitely can get away with it at lower level plays. So, you know, if you're really looking to climb, I would not recommend playing Ana. I would recommend playing Baptiste and the more do-it-all supports with AoE healing that's really, really strong. So unfortunate for all you Ana players out there, I gotta put her in C, especially with that reload nerf coming in. She's just, if you want to climb, there are much better characters to pick. It's unfortunate because Ana's my favorite support, so you just hate to see that, but sorry, Ana mains. Maybe better luck going into the later half of next year. I think Mei is actually a sleeper pick. I think she's really strong, especially with that secret buff that she got that she reloads while in her cryo form. She's gotten really good at range poke, so if you learn how to aim with her from range, which you click one at a time, right? You don't want to hold down the button. You want to click one at a time and then aim as Mei. It helped me a ton on the character. Wall and Blizzard are still very, very strong. I think she's in a good spot right now. She's on the cusp of being OP, in my opinion. Not like OP, but overtuned, rather. So Mei, honestly, not a bad pick if you want to mix it up for 2021. It is the holiday season, so maybe you're into the whole winter thing. Not a bad character. Definitely would recommend playing Mei if you really feel it. If not, wouldn't worry about it too much. Maps like King's Row are Mei's territory, so Mei mains, rejoice. I'm gonna put Pharah in C. There are some specific points where you can force her, but Echo's just better, and she's just too vulnerable, especially in a poke meta where hit scans are good. So she's really map dependent. I might put her in D, actually. You need a team to play around you. If you want to duo with a Mercy main, then you can probably force it. But other than that, I would not be going around and ranked locking Pharah. Definitely better flex DPS heroes to pick, like Echo or Doomfist, in my opinion, or even Hanzo in that regard. So yeah, I would not recommend that. But moving on to Doomfist next, all right? I would say Doomfist is B tier as well. I think that there are definitely a lot of points where you can force him. I don't think he's too strong in the meta right now. I don't think he's too weak in the meta right now. I think he's kind of in that middle of the pack, but he's definitely on the cusp of being bad if he gets nerfed. So I don't know. I think Doom will probably need a rework down the line. That's coming from somebody who had to learn Doomfist, right? He's definitely still a better Genji, though, in my opinion. And, you know, he's kind of just middle of the pack. Not terrible, not great. You got him. If you want to make him work, you got to play it perfectly. So good luck to all you Doom mains out there. I don't see the reason to play Diva. I'm going to put Diva in low B. She honestly should be kind of C tier, to be honest with you. Like, ultimately, the difference is, again, like, Ball is just better than Diva. Like, you know, Diva is punishable when she uses her fly to go in, and Ball isn't. Like, Blizzard continuously makes better versions of OG characters thinking that they've made the game easier, but in the reality, that's not what's happened. And I have a video coming out discussing the whole concept of newer OP characters coming out soon. But, you know, all you Diva players out there, you can force her for sure. She's not going to be a throw pick, but if you're really looking to climb and improve going into 2021, you need to learn Wrecking Ball, who is next on our list going up into S tier, right? This hero needs to be nerfed next. He's really, really strong. I'm not sure what part of the kit they should nerf, but definitely learn Wrecking Ball. His ult build rate is phenomenal. His mobility is phenomenal. He's really the only tank besides Sigma that can kind of make solo plays on his own. So if you want the game to be in your hands as a tank player, I would highly recommend learning how to play Wrecking Ball. Very, very strong character. Should be very high on your list. And, you know, the little rodents rolling around in your backline, what can you do? So all you tank players definitely learned Hammond. Junkrat. I'm going to put him in C tier, although it's high C tier. You know, you can make him work on the right points and he's still fun. If you're a Junkrat main, you can definitely main him, especially down in like lower SRs. But I wouldn't say that if you're looking to climb right now, you should be maining Junkrat. Like, it's just the sad reality, right? You know, I love making things go boom on Junkrat too. I love mining into teams and ripping my rip tire in front of everybody and killing them all. It's a really fun feeling, but I think there are definitely some other characters that you should be looking to play. So all you junk mains, you can force him if you want, but again, you definitely can climb on him, but I think there are other characters that are probably a little bit more optimal, and playing against the meta is always tough. Reinhardt, oh boy. C tier, maybe even D tier. Again, Blizzard doesn't really understand why he's bad. Rein will only be good if Lucio and other speed-based supports are played. So until Lucio comes back, since we're in a poke-based meta, he's just useless. Like, there's literally no reason to play him over Sigma or Arisa, who can shoot from range while he can't. He's just a sitting ult battery, right? He's just useless. The damage buff did nothing for him. It was pointless. Sad to say, because all the Rein mains are chads. Like, I can't think of a Rein main that I don't like. They want to get in there and frag out. Sorry, boys. That day and age of Overwatch is long gone, and unfortunately, I don't think it's going to come back until mostly the OP supports go away so that Lucio can be played to enable Reinhardt. But until that happens, my friends, I'm afraid you're fighting an uphill battle. Good day and salute to all you Reinhardt players out there. I don't know how you do it, but best of luck going into next year. Winston's kind of in the same boat as Rein. He's just, with range damage being really good, he's very difficult to play, especially on ladder. There's no real reason to pick him over Ball, who is basically like these two heroes combined that is just not punishable mixed with like a Soldier 76. Like, Ball is just a better version of Winston. All you monkey mains out there, just make the switch. Do yourself the favor, do what I did, switch from Genji and Hanzo to Echo Doomfist. Blizzard just continuously will put out better versions of existing characters instead of trying to implement them in a healthy and balanced way. It just is what it is. Play the better hero. Do yourself the favor. Maybe he'll get some buffs. Actually, no, he doesn't need a buff. The problem with Winston is that, like, Bap and Brig exist, and they just make other healers unpunishable. Like, and these two characters really rely on backlines being punishable to get value, but if the backlines aren't punishable, you know, you're not getting value. So it's better to just mix it up, try new things, play the Wrecking Ball character, go next. Zen. Now, Zen goes from, like, literal garbage to God tier, depending on the meta, right? If it's a poke meta, Zen is God tier, right? But if it's a rush meta, Zen is not very good. So right now, since it's a poke meta, Zenyatta is really, really strong, right? I definitely would recommend support players to play Zen. Anytime the meta shifts to poke, Zenyatta will always be great. So make sure to learn him if you haven't, one of the OG heroes back in the game. Gonna put him in S tier, and I'm also gonna put Brig in S tier, guys. It really does blow my mind that people do not think that Brigitte is a good character, because again, here's what really throws people off about Brig. People just in lower SRs think they want to run into melee stuff. That's not actually how you get value on Brig. You get value on Brig by living. You don't actually engage. You just get your Inspire up and you sit there and you just heal everything. That's why she gets so much value. She does every type of healing in the game. She can stun, peel her team while healing everybody, and Inspire's build rate is still pretty good. So again, it's very hard to put characters that kind of do it all. Like, you know, look at these four besides Zen, who just kind of fits into the meta. These are meta-defining characters. They do everything, which is why they're super, super strong. So to take it from somebody who had to learn Brig in professional play, play your life on Brig, get your Inspire up, and just heal as much as you can and deny damage. Brig gets all of her value from denying damage. And it's weird because that gets more valuable in higher ranks rather than lower ranks, but you wouldn't think that. It's an inverse relationship. It's complicated. Bottom line, Brig's a good character. Learn how to live and get Inspire up, and you're in good shape. I'm also going to put Echo in S tier here. I think Echo's next on the nerf list for DPS heroes. I think she just does a little bit too much damage, so I think at some point that's going to need to get tuned down, but she's really fun to play, high mobility. I think if you're a projectile DPS player, this is a hero. This is a must-learn character. This is the new Pharah, must-learn character. Very, very fun, very dynamic. 100% should be playing her in 2021. So all you flex DPS players out there like me, play Echo. You'll enjoy it. And then now we have Tracer, who I'm going to put... she's either A or S. I'm going to put her in A, and it's a very high A, right? Like, Tracer is still really good. Obviously, if Mercy Zen's getting picked, then, you know, I think she's definitely a good pick to play into that. And she's just fun to play. So, I mean, I think Tracer's been a staple character of the game since launch. Everyone loves playing Tracer. Definitely all you Tracer mains out there, you should be able to succeed and have a fun time playing Overwatch. So, give her a shot. 2021, it's a new year. Go back to the roots of Overwatch. Good old Tracer gameplay. Now, Ashe. I'm also going to put in... I kind of want to put her in S tier. This is questionable, right? But I think Bob is really, really good. And she has the dual potential of Mccree with the sniping potential of Widow, especially with the Mercy Pocket. I think Ashe is incredibly strong, AoE damage, and again, another kit that kind of does everything in their role really well, especially if you play her properly. So, hit scan players, if you have not learned Ashe yet, I would definitely recommend doing it. Bob is a very high impact ultimate. Her kit's pretty fun to learn, and she's got like, I don't know, I like the feel of her rifle. It's pretty fun, so definitely try to learn Ashe. I think she's very, very strong right now, especially if you have a Mercy duo. If Mercy Zen's being played, Ashe is really good, so make sure to learn her if you guys have not. I'm going to put Mercy in, it's either S or A, very, very high. Again, like, Mercy's like Zen, where if the meta is poke-based, I would say S tier. If it's a poke-based meta, Mercy will always be very, very strong, and you'll be able to play Mercy pretty much anywhere, because she, you know, her whole kit is designed to pocket poke-based heroes, so if poke comps are strong, you know, she's going to be good. So I'm going to put her in S for now. Rez is a really strong ability, and Valkyrie also is very, very good. So, you know, Mercy mains rejoice. There's a lot of Mercy mains out there. You can definitely climb playing Mercy right now. Make sure you find a good DPS duo that you can kind of force the poke duels with, somebody that you can learn to pocket and, you know, make plays together with, and that's how you're going to climb a ton. So Mercy mains, rejoice. 2021 is looking like your year, at least at the start. We'll see how the rest of the year goes. I'm going to put Sombra in... it's a high B. I think I would put her in A, but I think these three characters are a little bit better than her right now in the poke meta. If Rush comes back, I think Sombra is going to be really, really good. But we'll see, guys. I think that she's just middle of the pack, but on the verge of being very good, because obviously her hack and her utilities are all super strong. So you definitely can play her if you want. You definitely can main her if you want. But sometimes you might feel like you lack that little bit of an edge that you needed to win games, in which case it might be better to play a high damaged hit scan hero. But other than that, I think, you know, it's pretty good. Genji, oh god, I'm gonna put Genji in C tier right now. I think, you know, he's almost B tier. If Mercy Zen's played, he's good. If Bat Brig is played, he's not good. So it's just, I don't know. With AoE healing having the potential to be strong, it really counters Genji's entire kit. So you can't really play him. It's not really fun to play him. If you're a Genji player, I don't know why you wouldn't have switched to Doomfist or Echo at this point. Just be smart. Like, Doomfist and Echo are just much better characters, and don't waste your time by playing heroes that aren't them. So that's it for him. Now, Symmetra. Symmetra really surprised me. If double shield's being played, she's S tier. And if it's 2 CP, Symmetra's also really good, because Simwall is busted on 2 CP. It's really, really good. But I'm going to put her in the middle of the pack just because she's situational. But if double shield comes back, she is really, really good. You can definitely climb on Symmetra, but she's just hard to learn, right? Like, even I struggle to learn with Symmetra, and I've been GM for a long time. It would take me a while to climb on her from Diamond to GM, just because she's very hard to learn. But once you learn that learning curve, you definitely can climb. So you old school sim mains, Get after it. This is your season. Make it happen. Now, Hanzo, I'm going to put in B tier as well. Like, you can make Hanzo work. His counterparts are just slightly better than him right now. So you just have to be a headshot bot as Hanzo. You can make him work, but I don't think you should really play him a lot over Ashe, Mccree, or, Soldier Widow, who I'm putting up next as A tier. Widow's still super strong. Great ability to snipe. Her kit is kind of, it's not do it all, but like she has a lot of damage potential, and I personally don't think the 25 HP nerf did much to her. So offensive potential still incredibly high on Widowmaker. You can make her work. Get that aim on. Drink your blue Raz down in the description. Discount code Samito, and make sure you guys are fueled up and ready to go. And you Widow mains will be popping up. Now Bastion, here's an interesting one. I think Bastion's broken secretly. Like, I think you can kind of play Bastion in a lot of places, and it's just, I'm putting him in the middle of the pack because if you learn how to play him, you can force the other team to play like into your play style, and a lot of teams struggle with that, especially with Diva not being as good as Ball or Sigma. Bastion can definitely find his way to rat in some metas, especially with Baptiste being S tier right now. So Bastion mains, I mean, I guess there's a couple of you guys out there, you can force Bastion if you really want to. And now Moira as well, I'm going to put in A tier. I think she's better than Ana because you want to run her into rush. She builds her coal really fast. She can be a playmaker. I think Moira is just, she's middle of the pack, but you can definitely climb on Moira if you, I honestly would duo with a Lucio. Like, Lucio Moira would definitely be the best way for Moira to get value, because then you can kind of force the rush playstyle and punish a lot of teams like that. So, again, it really is up to you guys, but Moira mains, you should duo with Lucio players. I know it sounds silly, but Moira Mercy is just not very good. Moira Bap's just not very good. Moira gets enabled so much when she can heal her team and rush targets down. So I would recommend dueling with Lucio players if you're a Moira main. Hog, I'm going to put in A tier as well. If the meta's poke and Sigma's played a lot, I think that you can force Hog in a lot of places. The Hog just struggles when Rush is played, because then you can run him down and kill him pretty quickly. But since poke's being played, Hog is going to move up to A tier from maybe C tier when Rush is good. And Lucio, I'm also going to put in C tier. I just don't see him being good. Like, Brig, Bap, Zen, Mercy are all just superior options. He's kind of just in the same boat as Ana, and you can force Lucio and make him work, but you're gonna struggle a lot, and it's gonna be map dependent if they're playing Brig Bap, because Brig Bap is just gonna counter you with ultra AoE healing. So that's gonna do it for my tier list. If I missed any, which I don't think I did, let me know down in the comments. Now these are all my heroes just going into 2021, into season 26. This is subject to change for sure, but this is just my personal opinion as well. This is not 100% right by any means, but this is just kind of where I feel like the game is at. So best of luck and happy New Year's to everyone, and I hope 2021 is better for everyone than 2020, and I'm rooting for you guys. So thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.